African voting without private property rights, a reinforcement of colonial bondage. In this election season, some religious people have warned that those who do not vote in the 2023 election will have no right to complain of bad governance. This call for electoral participation by bishops, pastors, religious, professionals, traditional and community leaders follow the gospel demand to renew the face of the earth. Yet, it may be incorrect to declare that those who do not vote in this colonially imposed and violently sustained system should not complain. As a crowning element of democracy, voting in elections presupposes a consented union and agreed destination to be led to. It is like a group of people who agree to go on a journey together and simply vote on who drives them to their common destination. Without a consented union, an agreed destination or purpose, voting simply becomes a shallow routine without roots or lasting effects. Like other sub-Saharan African countries, European colonialists created Nigeria by invading and imposing land expropriation law on various clashing and unconsenting communities for harvesting the best of human and natural resources. This is the civil law that cancelled various communities and individuals' private land and property ownership and turned people to official tenants or illegal occupants on their ancestral lands. This law has been steadily edited and transferred by newer regimes in line with the colonial aim. And as snake venom keeps killing its victim even when the snake has gone, this colonial land law keeps blocking political and economic development in Africa despite the claim of independence. The continued voting without addressing this colonial land law with its supporting ideology and structures seem like an indirect reinforcement of colonial bondage. It is like allowing victims of robbery to choose who controls their seized property or allowing captives to elect their prison guards, warders, representatives, and managers without freedom to own or control their property or destiny. So, the claim that people's vote is their highest power when their land rights are still stripped by colonial law is a big falsehood for keeping a stripped people as onlookers who can only vote to watch as politicians, foreign firms, and local business allies control their lands, resources, and destinies. And when a desired candidate fails to win or to perform economic magic, people keep lamenting and enduring for another 4 years to vote in a new messiah or lesser evil to still supervise the colonial project. This confiscatory power and system is responsible for the poverty, desperation, and sycophancy seen in African elections, governance, and coups. Without seeing its root effects on both the politicians and the people, and focusing to dissolve the colonial land law, voting may never solve the problem of underdevelopment in Nigeria and sub-Saharan Africa, despite the kindness or prudence of any new regime. So, despite their true concern, the verdict that those who do not vote in this system of rotational dictatorship cannot address the system and its effects may not be correct. Instead, the religious and community leaders, even NGOs, need to create more programs and intercommunal contests to educate, inspire, and support people of various communities to look inwards so as to officially and non-violently own and develop their private lands, human and natural resources for industry, free trade, consented nationhood, and liberation of the black man worldwide. May God continue to bless them and all men and women of goodwill who seek a future of freedom, dignity, and prosperity for Africa.